Hi guys, in this video I want to show you how to use the Format Options panel in Google Slides and Google Drawings to create shapes and elements at very specific dimensions. Let me show you. So here we are just sitting in Google Drive, and I'm just going to go ahead and create a new Google Slides presentation. Once it loads in a new tab, I'll just do my normal things like close down the Themes panel, drag, select, and hit delete to get rid of that filler content, then go to View and uncheck Show Speaker Notes to give myself more screen real estate. Now that I have Google Slides set up the way that I want, I can set up my document the way that I want. And I want to set this up to be standard printer paper size. So I'm going to go to File, Page Setup, then click on this little drop down and select Custom and make sure it's on inches, and I'll just put in here 8.5 by 11. So now that I know that my document is the size of the paper that I want to print on, I can drag in some shapes and then use the Format Options panel to make those shapes, and you can do this with other elements as well, specific dimensions on the page so that when it prints out, I know what I'm expecting. This works great for maybe creating some stickers, or say you want to print something like a coupon that you can cut out and it needs to be a specific dimension once it's printed. There's lots of different ways that you can use this. Let's check it out. So first, I'm just going to draw in a square, and I really don't have to worry about what size it is when I draw it in here because I'm going to go right up here to the Format Options button right here. And when I click that, it's going to open this panel on the right-hand side. And the top option here is size and position. I can drop that down, and in here I can actually specify granularly what size this shape is on the page. Since I know that my document is set up to 8.5 by 11, I could say, you know what, I want to have a 4-inch square. So I can just type in 4 and for the width and 4 for the height. And you can see now it readjusts my shape here on the page. And maybe I want to center this up, and maybe I want 2 of these, so I can just hold Control and drag a copy. Now I've got 2 4-inch squares on my page. This can be really useful for a lot of things, but I just think that it's great to be able to use that format option right here inside Google Slides. There's also a few things in here that you can do, so you can rotate it to a specific degree. Say I wanted to rotate this 35 degrees. I can do that right here in the Format Options as well under size and position. We can also just flip it horizontally, rotate it 90 degrees. We can also reset our rotation back to 0 here. There's also a tick box to lock your aspect ratio. What's nice about this is that now I can type in just one number here and it will adjust according. So say I wanted this to be a 2-inch square. I'll just change the width to 2 and it will also change the height. And you can also see that we can change this by percentages. So, for example, if we wanted to have this 2-inch square, 25% of what it started as, we can now see that now we have a 1-inch square. I've used the Format Options feature to set up things like stickers or tokens, where I can draw in like a circle. And make sure you hold Shift and it will constrain the proportions there. And say I want to have this 1-inch. So I just type in 1, and now I know that I have a 1-inch square now on my page. And I can duplicate this and then position these out and print this and have a whole sheet of 1-inch circles. This will also work with other graphics. So here's a PNG. I'll just drag and drop it in here. And over here, since my Format Options is already open, I'm just going to go over and click on Lock Aspect Ratio and say I wanted to have this at a certain width. I can say I want this to be 4 inches wide, and it will adjust the height accordingly because I have Lock Aspect Ratio ticked. So now I know my logo on the page is 4 inches wide. This is just a really useful feature, and I think that it will be very helpful for you as well. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.